Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Inside Lion Athletics. We find out everything going on the campus at East Texas A&M. Charlie Chitwood here. We're going to start out with the man himself, Jim Curry, athletic director. And you're looking calm, rested, relaxed, like a guy that's gotten a little bit of sleep in the last few weeks.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. We're staying plenty busy, but it was nice to get on the other side of the self study and the site visit, and maybe just debrief that a little bit too. But the work continues though. We're now on to kind of the phase two of the data review process, and um, continuing to just work on bringing spring in for a landing. It's hard to believe that it's April next week, and we've only got 3 home weekends left of Lion athletics for this academic.
No, no way.
Mhm.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be something for you and your whole staff when you don't really have two jobs simultaneously to fool with. You can just get to running the department instead of running the department and trying to make it be a Division One program.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. I've talked about that a little bit with some of our coaches and staff this week. Kind of coming on the backside of the peer review team visit, where that adds a lot of extra work that and the rest of the work doesn't stop. So, what I'm kind of hoping is that we can kind of redirect that time and that energy just to continue to try to elevate what we're doing across the board, with just the operational side and the engagement side of things. And so, yeah, it definitely it starts to free up some bandwidth to be able to think about how we just continue to improve and get better.
Good deal. All right. Well, what's up this week? We got softball at home. That starts on Friday. You probably have some track running around the house, but not on campus for competition this weekend. Spring football's getting rolling. You're hearing a little bit of running and pads popping out there. That's
Yeah.
always going to make a football guy feel good, doesn't it? Hearing
Oh,
that
it's great.
sound.
It's fun seeing spring get going, and I had a chance. Again, we've just been so consumed with the reclass stuff of late. I had a chance to actually go out to practice on Friday last week, and that was just fun to kind of be out there and see guys flying around. And I'm excited about what next year has in store for us. So we have a great opportunity with the spring weekend. I know we'll talk about that here in a second to showcase everything going on at the university, including football, but a number of other things as well. But you mentioned softball, and man, I continue to be really impressed with the growth there.
They
Um,
came so close, all three of those games.
it was interesting. I happened to be on the phone with the AD at Lamar 2 days ago. We were talking in advance of a conference call with the ADs to talk through basketball scheduling actually and some of the parameters there for
Hmm.
next year. But he kind of led on his own, just on his own initiative, like, hey man, I don't know what you guys are doing in softball, but it's working. And just he was very complimentary of the improvement. Now, again, like we wanted to pick up some more wins, of course, and
Yeah.
but the girls played really hard. We were in every game. Heck, two of them ended up, lost in the last inning. But it's awesome when you see the growth, but when your peers and those within the conference see the growth as well, it's certainly validating. And I think what's kind of fun for them right now is that they're playing with a little bit of an edge in a good way, and they're playing with a lot of confidence that they can be in these games, and they are. So I'm excited to kind of continue to see what the rest of the season holds for them. Obviously, last year we didn't make the conference tournament. We're doing some things early right now to position ourselves to be in the hunt there. And
Hmm.
but it's fun to see the growth, and you can see it by going out there. And again, we had a great opportunity with 3 home weekends in a row coming up. We've got a midweek series against SFA
Right.
in there, but when we look at kind of the weekend series coming up, 3 in a row with great opportunities ahead of us.
Very good. With softball going on, track and field, we'll visit with Georgie, but there's some little gathering tomorrow. Oh yeah, the groundbreaking.
Oh yeah, we're just a
Yeah,
few of
yeah,
us,
yeah. That
100 friends or
building
so.
that people have been
Yeah.
wanting for decades.
Yeah, man, what an awesome thing. It's I think there's a lot to unpack with that in a lot of different ways, but you know, there's so much going on campus right now. And
Hmm.
you know, there's few campuses in the country that you're going to go to where you've got steel coming out of the ground in as many locations as we do right now. And so, you know, I think for me, as I've kind of been reflecting on it a little bit, it really comes back to just across the board, not just in athletics, but certainly athletics is part of it, is we're just continuing to unlock the full potential of this place. And whether it's research, whether it's enrollment, whether it's physical, capital projects, you name academic programming, we just continue to raise the bar, and that's really exciting. I mean, at the end of the day, and there's a lot of people that deserve a lot of credit for that. But you know, I'd be remiss. There's two in particular. It's President Rudin and his vision and his leadership in again helping to unlock everything that's possible here, and our CFO Tina Livingston, who just continues to find ways to make these things happen. And a credit to her team over in finance and administration. Um, I tell people all the time here, the investment that we've got in athletics right now has never been higher at this university, and that is that is due in very large part to those two individuals that I just mentioned, and again across the board, across the university, to again continue to position what we're doing, again not just in athletics but everything we're doing, and unlock what's possible here. And I just love being part of a university where we continue to elevate and raise the bar. And we're in a growth posture, we're in a growth mindset, and growth isn't always easy. It doesn't come as fast as you want it to at times. It's uncomfortable at times. But at the same time, too, I'd rather have those problems than the alternative. And I think you're seeing across the country, that, some people are making some harder decisions than we have to make right now about, what it looks like for them in the future. And
Hmm.
I'm just glad that we're in the position we're in, but it's due in large part to the leadership team that we've got in place with President Rudin and people like Tina Livingston getting creative and finding ways to make these things happen.
Yeah, and Welcome Center is all but done. You've got the groundbreaking tomorrow for the basketball arena. Well, just I mean basketball, volleyball, multi-purpose. But then you've also had some folks on campus wandering around measuring for football stadium stuff.
Yeah, yeah, the feasibility study for football. So
Yeah,
with
they'll really have to get creative in finance there.
well, and again, it's just it's just unlocking everything that's available to us and
Mhm.
leveraging all the opportunities at play. So, but when I say creative, that's really what I mean. It's thinking outside the box a little bit, finding ways to integrate all elements of the campus and student experience together, and leveraging all the comparative advantages that we have for us here at East Texas A&M. And so, but yeah, we kind of mentioned on some previous podcast, the feasibility study of football. That kind of got slowed a little bit with the accelerated reclass timeline. We had engaged that project before we knew that the accelerated process timeline was going to be available to us. So
Right?
I wouldn't say that we hit pause, but we certainly put it on the back burner because of everything we had going on with the event center, and then also the reclass process. So now with those kind of behind us, we can bring that back to the forefront, and that's now become kind of a front of mind item for us as we continue to work and think a little bit more long term in the future.
All right, I want to ask now, but we'll talk about it later. The folks that came in working on the feasibility study when they were on campus, have they given up any notes or kind of given you a report back on what it is that they are, what they think so far?
Yeah, not yet. They've definitely done a little bit of a preliminary assessment, but what they're waiting on from us is a little bit of more information on our end of things so that it can better inform some of their analysis. So I would say at this point in time, the ball's probably in our court a little bit, and we got to get a
Hmm.
couple things to them to help better inform their analysis. They've definitely been engaging with uh, groups across the marketplace. And when I say the marketplace, I mean DFW and Northeast Texas about
Yeah,
where some of these opportunities may lie here in Commerce and in Hunt County. But again, that's where we gotta get them a little bit more stuff to help round out their evaluation.
outstanding. Okay, sorry about the rings there.
No, all good.
Let's see, groundbreaking. Oh yeah, spring weekend.
Yeah, spring
It's
week.
coming up. It's April 12th. Everybody's thinking taxes, but that's like 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah, so kind of a cool initiative, maybe reimagining some stuff that we've done in the past and try to elevate it really. You know, we've got we've really kind of put a lot of things together to try to elevate what the day can look like. You know, I love football, but spring games sometimes can be a little bit dull just because it's practice, right?
Yeah.
So if there's anything you can do to kind of create some energy around it, it can be a great thing for not just athletics, but the campus as a whole. And so that's really what we've tried to do. And, so if folks kind of saw the release that went out this week about everything going on the 12th, it is a packed day to say the least. So, and really, what's been kind of cool about it is we're seeing engagement and involvement across the entire campus community, not just athletics, but the academic community, student, registered student organizations, and what have you. So, I mean, it kind of starts early. We've got 3 sports going that day as well. So we're opening up tailgating for the spring game as well. I mean, I don't know if it's the first time, but it's certainly the first time since I've been here. So that's kind of cool. But at the same time, the kind of centerpiece of that is the Pi Kappa Alpha annual crawfish boil. They're going to move that to campus. They're doing that in efforts to help raise money for the Lion Food Pantry here on campus. And
Mhm.
so, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Stage, concerts, crawfish, you name it. It should be. That's a great event in and of itself. But now we're going to tailgate around it. We're also going to do a locker room clean out. So we've got a lot of transition in this last year from Under Armour to Nike and Texas A&M Commerce to East Texas A&M. And so we got to get rid of some of this Lion apparel that we can't really use on the playing surface anymore, but we know our fans may enjoy. So there's an opportunity there. We got softball at noon against UIW. And then we've got soccer playing Louisiana Tech at 1 o'clock out there. We've got literally hundreds of football recruits on campus that day.
Mhm.
There's the food truck festival again. We've got bounce houses for the kids. And then we'll get to 4 o'clock and actually kick off the spring game. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of a meet and greet autograph session with the football team and the community that's out for the game. We've got softball alums back to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the program there. So it's a full day that is really bringing then and without a tailgate too. We know that the academic colleges have reached out and they want to be part of tailgate. So they'll have a presence there as well, having a little bit of fun. So what's so cool about it is it's really pulling everybody from prospective students, current students, and alums all coming together to celebrate a great day.
So with all the uniforms, are y'all just gonna like bring it out garage sale style? You're gonna
Pretty
have
much, it's
like
going to be like a yard sale.
the cheer, the band, let anybody wear model it out there, and because a lot of people it's gonna be color, name, and number that they're gonna want the most. If
Oh,
they see one that looks like one they used to wear, that's the one they're gonna be all
no
over.
question. It's just one of those things that like we don't have much use for it moving forward. So let's discount it and make it available to folks who may want to get a little piece of Lion history here or just their favorite team or sport or heck, I mean, you clean out some of these closets sometimes and you find just pairs of just really nice new cleats that just go unused. And I mean, so you name it. So it's one of the, it's nothing like grimy or old or used, other than we've got the uniforms.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, there's going to be some good stuff in there. So again, it's just part of just getting ready for what's coming next year with our transition, both in terms of name and brand.
All right. Well, man, what else? It seems like we spoke for a week last week, and now we're just kind of like getting the crumbs all squared away, but that's fine too. It's
That's
it's
okay
good for
too.
you
Yeah.
guys to have a catch of breath, huh?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, just continuing to work at it. And it's crazy to think it's April next week and we're already starting to plan for grad reception. We're starting to think about I mentioned before, I was talking to Lamar AD, we're talking about basketball scheduling. We're starting to have some conversation about kick times for football and what's going to come with that. So before we know it, the fall will be here.
Outstanding. Jim, thank you so much. Thanks for all the work, man. You guys really, really had to grind for a while. And
No, it's all
it's
good.
not over yet, but that hardest part, like you touched on last week, is behind you. So
It is, and it's also just kind of as I said before, everybody at the university should be really proud. And again, not just the folks that work here, but everybody who's involved, the donors, alums, students, the staff, coaches. I mean, everybody should be really proud of the effort that's going on, not just related to the self-study process and the reclass, but just everything going on right now. It's a great time to be aligned.
indeed, it is. All right, my friend, lines up. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause Inside Line Athletics and come back with more. Hey, everybody, welcome back to some more of Inside Lion Athletics. I'm Charlie Chitwood. Hey, we've got some tracksters that are going to be busy this weekend at the Texas Relays and at the Bobcat Relays in San Marcos. Got George Pincock here. You've already sent an advanced scout south to Austin and San Marcos, haven't you?
Yeah, we sent a coach down last night, get a little head start and have some family time that he deserves. So
Yeah,
wife and
great
family's
stuff.
all there. So
Tell Coach Rock hello when you see him for me.
absolutely.
We'll see him eventually on campus
Yep.
again. Hey, how'd everything go last week? And obviously, big meets this weekend.
Yeah, it went how we wanted it to. Went how we needed it to. Just get that first outdoor season meet under our belt, and kind of set a foundation for what we hope to continue to build upon in the next few weeks here.
How'd everybody do? I mean, everybody came out healthy, right? They
Yeah, we had a few dents and dings, and that's okay, but nothing I don't think that is going to be problematic down the road.
mm-hmm.
But I was really excited. We got some people that we opened up for the first time this year that didn't have any indoor eligibility. So excited to see those people compete. Excited to see some 4x1s run. I'm a sprint guy, so 4x1s always fun. Kind of get that first race under your belt, get the stick around
Yep.
with good. And again, just like I said, some young people stepping up and doing good things.
It's always fun when you have a freshman on the team or a
Yeah.
newcomer that, finally gets to show out one day, isn't it?
Yeah. You kind of at practice and you're poking the other coaches like, hey, I need you to watch this guy. I think we got something here. And you're eager, but you're also trying to be patient, just waiting for that first outdoor meet.
Okay. So, of the two meets this weekend, the Texas Relays, they've been around forever and just huge names in track and field for all that time. They've all competed there. It's still got a lot of luster to it, even after all these years.
Yeah, again, I think one of the premier track events in the nation. People fly in from really all over the U.S. Some professional races, USA versus other countries. So it's always a high level competition in a great facility in front of great track fans.
Now, we always, growing up, the Penn Relays
Mhm.
were one, and they may be older than the Texas Relays, but the Penn Relays and the Texas Relays, they were the big ones,
Yeah.
shy of a conference or a national meet.
Yeah. Again, you want to go there, you want to make the final, you want to be in the stadium on Saturday, and in front of everyone. It's just kind of what you want your university to be. It's kind of a Sweet 16 type event, you know, if we're doing the March Madness thing, like that's where you want to be.
Hey, so tell me this. Did you, Coach Rock, did y'all ever get to perform there in your day?
Yeah, I ran back, let's see, probably 2005, 2006, and 2007, back at Texas Relays, and remember every race like it was yesterday. So just
That's
remember the
great
entire,
stuff.
you know, and the entire environment, stadium being full, going outside the stadium and there being just as many people out there.
Hmm.
You know, back then there was car shows almost, just people everywhere all day long.
Wow. Festival atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So how are you going to split the team up? Who's going to Austin? Who's going to San Marcos? And is anybody going to do both?
Yeah. So again, great weekend, but logistically for our coaching staff, it's probably one of the hardest. We got people competing at both. Again, you got to qualify and get into Texas Relays. So that group's a little bit smaller, but some of those people are going to double back and just take another opportunity to race later in the week. The way the schedules are at Texas State, so uh, try to split them up as fair as we can. But again, the goal is to get people races, get people opportunities, and put them in a position to be successful.
So we got some fast lions over there. Any chance we'll see some of them on the podium this weekend?
I hope so. You know, again, strategy, I guess, in our sport.
Yeah.
Looking at this season, how long it is, and giving people opportunities in events that maybe we don't see often.
Hmm.
You know, we got some sprinters that have run well through indoors, and we have the opportunity to run a 4x2. So, um, hoping to break a school record. I think we got the guys to do it, but
Wow.
I think if you do that, you're probably in a good spot. Um, some good things, field events as well this week. So
Hmm.
yeah, you just never know. Put yourself in the environment and see what happens.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So as big as these are, big as the weekend is, the conference meet is what, a month away now? Not even that?
Let's see. I think we're 6 weeks.
6? Okay.
Yeah. Second weekend of May. So 15th, 16th, 17th. So yeah, about 6 weeks.
All right. You expect to see many Southland Conference teams or athletes at either one of these events?
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll probably run into at least portions of their team.
Hmm.
If not all of their team between the two. You know, again, it's Austin, Texas. It's about as central as you can get.
Right.
And the competition's good.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, man, I know you are eager to get down there. I mean, it's Wednesday and the show starts tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna
So y'all be
late
careful
afternoon
on
departure for us.
35.
Yeah, always, always. You got to be careful on 30 now too.
You were right about that. But don't forget check stop.
Yeah,
Always got to stop in West, right?
always.
Retired track athletes can eat whatever they want.
Track coaches too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. All right, man. Well, listen, Lions up. Good luck to all of y'all down south. And we look forward to hearing how the results come in.
Have a good one, Charlie.
All right, man. See you, George.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to some more Inside Lion Athletics. We've talked track, we've talked department. Now we get to talk football. Doesn't it make everybody feel good when you say football, coach?
It makes me feel good. I know that. Going into my third year, I'm more excited now than I've been in my whole career, honestly. Just I've got my feet, really underneath me. Like where we're heading as a program. We're just found out that we're going to be able to have a chance to go to the playoffs this year if we do our part, which love that. We've done everything on the school side and the athletic side too. So a lot of exciting things happen for ODT.
Hey, talk about, I mean, y'all are what, into your second week of spring ball, I believe.
Yep.
Talk
Third
about
week.
third week. Talk about practices, how those are going so far. But for you, how different is this third one from your first just 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, I'm not swimming now. I'm yelling and making sure everybody's perfect. That's the beauty of it now. It's my offense, and we've kind of tinkered with it over the last 2 years, and we've honed it in and changed a lot of things, add a lot of wrinkles to what we had from last year.
Hmm.
We've kind of hit our stride there towards the end offensively. We were rolling at a high pace. I think we average a week, so, and put up a lot of yards passing. And you know, we blossomed our offensive lineup too. We're going to be able to run the ball a little bit better, which, you know, makes our passing even easier as well. So I'm excited
Sure.
about that. Kind of had to revamp the defense a little bit. You know, we lost a lot of seniors, lost a couple guys to the portal. Obviously, B-Tuck being the biggest one. You know, being
Mhm.
off conference, or, you know, all Southland, you know,
The
defensive player
man,
of the year.
just the
So
man.
tough one to lose, but you know, we feel like we did a good job. We got some good DBs in here to replace those guys, and a couple linebackers to fill in for B-Tuck. So I'm excited. You know, we're rolling, and we've had good days and bad days, offensively, defensively. So, you know, as a head coach, you know, you're kind of like, oh man, we had a great day offensively, and then you look at the other side. Well, that means we didn't have a good day defensively. So, but we've had some good battles going back and forth, and it's been an offensive day one day and a defense another day. So that's kind of what you want in spring ball.
You have one luxury this time is you know who your quarterback's going to be in the fall.
Yeah.
How's that going for Ron Peace and the rest of your stable?
Good. You know, obviously, you know, Ron, it's his job. There's no doubt about that. He's earned it. You know, and good football teams keep guys around, you know, and we just talked off the air that most of our offense is back.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we're throwing for 3,000 yards last year. We're only going to get better. And we're only going to, you know, again, we've tweaked the offense to make it a little more Ron-esque,
Mm-hmm.
too. You know, we've got all the receivers back and added a few more. And we're going to get Christian Jourdain back for another year. We're going to get Paul Didi, who didn't play a snap for us last year at 6'5", you know,
Mm-hmm.
run well on the outside. We've got slots all back. We got 4 or 5 deep there. So, a lot of exciting things on the offensive side, and Ron's, you know, he's doing well with it. He's picked it up. He's being more of a leader. He's a very quiet guy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get him to be a little more vocal because, you know, when guys screw up, you know, it's not okay. Yeah, we got to go fix it. It's you know, penalties are unnecessary penalties. That's our biggest thing that we're preaching to the guys right now. You know, with too many penalties and too many turnovers, we've got to be able to, on both sides of the ball, on the penalties, but offensively, we can't turn the ball over, and we need to win the turnover margin. So that means we need to have more turnovers on the defensive side. So all things that are very fixable.
Coach, with the portals is existence now, and y'all got a couple of guys out of there the first time it was open at the end of the season, right?
We did.
And did any of those guys come in so they could be a part of spring ball? Did they jump
Yep,
in that fast?
we did. We got CJ from North Texas. We got Xavion from North Texas by way of Texas as a DB. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, Shoot, we got another really good one, and we got 2 good ones. We got one from Navarro, not a portal guy, but a
Right.
transfer guy from junior college.
Yeah.
Um, mm, and we really probably need, because we're going to go to an odd front this year more. We're probably going to have to find another, you know, nose guard here in the next portal session,
Mm-hmm.
which is, you know, in April. Um, so we'll find another one there. We need another safety as well. So we're going to look for 2 or 3 more players. We'll take what we can get. We're always looking to upgrade in any position, but
Mm-hmm.
really at need at those positions, you know, just for depth purposes too. You know, we're kind of like, we don't have, like, we flipped the roles of offense. We've got a lot of depth offense this year,
Mm-hmm.
where last year we had a lot of, you know, depth defense, and it's just kind of flipped the roles of that. So, um, you know,
How much of that depth, coach, is in the offensive line?
good. You know, I feel really good about 7 or 8 offensive linemen that we could, you know, we played a lot of guys last year.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we have 7 or 8 guys that I feel fine, you know, putting out there in the football. We're a little beat up right now. So some of our guys from last year who are back are a little beat up and injured. So a lot of the new guys are getting some reps. Our 2 Houston Christian offensive linemen, Trent Savage and Kendall Seps, guard and center. Both really big guys, you know, 300 pounds at the center at 6'4", and then probably 235 at guard for Kendall. So we got bigger, we got
Mm-hmm.
stronger, and, you know, but the guys that were here are not giving their job away either. So it's going to be a very good competition, especially going into fall ball.
Outstanding stuff. Our special teams, y'all getting to work on that? Finding anybody to
Oh
kick?
yeah, we are. We got a really good punter. It's hard to replace the good one that we had in
Yep.
Mitch. He's a really good one since I was been here, and we got a good one in Ben. He's a lefty too, which I really like. Puts a different spin on it, can boom it. We've got a freshman kicker that's coming in the fall, and right now we've got two that are battling for who's going to be staying around for that. So it's a very competitive world right now, with especially us going to the 105 that we have to be down to at the end, when we start fall ball.
Mm-hmm.
We had 137 kids last year, so we moved on from a lot of them, but we've got a lot more guys coming in, so it's a very competitive spring, because you might not have your job at the end of spring, if you're at the lower third of the roster. So
Mm-hmm.
like I
How
said,
many guys are out there every morning for spring ball right now?
we have 102 right now, and so while we're three short of that, we already know 8 or 9 guys that are coming in next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 of them are freshmen that's got scholarship, and we have that have scholarship. We have walk-ons that are 5 or 6 of those guys already committed. So we're going to have to make some room, and that's what these guys know, and that's what they're battling for. And it's not just on the field. That means they got to do their job in the classroom. That means they got to do everything right on and off the field and take care of business and not stay out of trouble. So it's not just on the field. There's a lot of things they got to do to be on this football team.
Yeah. Let's see. Spring game coming up on the 12th.
April 12th.
That's a rapidly approaching target, isn't it?
It'll be here before we know it. Always does. It happens fast, and it's going fast. It'll be an exciting day. The school's done a great job of involving a lot of different departments of the school. I think
Mhm.
softball's got something going on that day. I think soccer's got going on something that day. The Pikes are back from whatever they had going on. They're back on campus. They're having a big crawfish boil. We'll have probably 700 potential football players when their families on campus that day too. Junior day, we call it. A lot of food vineyards. It's going to be a great day. Hopefully the weather holds up.
Awesome stuff. Man, I got to miss that weekend. The one weekend I got to miss it.
Where are you
Everything's
going?
Well, I've got an event in Louisiana that I have to go work. I'm not going to be sipping boat drinks on the back porch or
That's what
anything.
I was going to say, but okay, you say so.
Anyway, man, hey, it's always good to visit, and can't wait to see you guys in practice when we're up in the Merce this week.
The school's gonna love what we got going. Our alums gonna love what we got going. We're gonna be a different football team this year.
All right, man, great stuff. Lions up, everybody, and we've got some more Lion sports to talk about when we return with more. Coach, thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey, everybody, we're back for some more of Inside Lion Athletics. We've covered the department, we've covered football, we've covered track and field. Now it's time to talk softball. And the Lion women, fresh off of a trip down to Beaumont. Coach, didn't go quite the way you'd hope, but oh, so close in all 3 games. And compared to last year against the same team, things went a lot better.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. We competed well and we came out, we fought. We had a couple incidents that didn't quite go our way, but overall it was a really good weekend for us. We had some big moments on offense, defense, and in the circle, so it was good.
Good deal. Northwestern State coming in for a 3-game set that starts on Friday and ends on Saturday. There's a little bit of an opportunity here, but your team can't overlook anybody.
No, we're excited to host them this weekend. It's going to be exciting. They come in with a lot of little bit of a, what do you want to say?
A non-successful streak.
Yeah, but they're gonna be feisty. That's the word I'm looking
Okay.
for. They're gonna be feisty because
Okay.
they got nothing to lose. And so they have everything to gain from this weekend. So they're gonna come out, they're gonna swing, they're gonna, take their chances where they need. And at the end of the day, we got to come out with our best foot forward and assume that they're going to be as best as they can be on that day.
Okay, so you had Corpus Christi Islanders up here a couple of weeks ago, a 3-game sweep there. How does a team behind the Islanders in the standings, how do they look compared to them?
Well, I think Corpus was kind of free swingers at the plate, and Northwestern State's going to be similar in that regard. Northwestern State has a pitcher that throws a little bit more low 50s. So she's going to change speeds a little bit more on us than Corpus did. But at the end of the day, I think if we stick to our game plan and we're hitting hittable pitches like we have in the last several weekends, then we'll be okay.
When you know you're going to be facing a pitcher that has kind of a non-standard velocity like this, do y'all try to duplicate what they're going to see?
Yeah, we had machines going this week at a little bit of a lower speed. Coach Bustos and I'll throw, Coach Josh will throw a little bit just so they can kind of get a feel of all different speeds. And then at the end of the day, like just moving them in the box a little bit just to figure out what works best for each of them individually. So a lot of hitting this week, preparing for this weekend.
Okay. As a former pitcher yourself, the slower you throw it, the less English you can put on it.
Oh yeah, we got to provide the power in those instances as hitters. And so, just crucial that sometimes less is better and just put the ball where we want it and, use our barrel control to be able to place the ball a little bit more than just taking big hacks trying to hit for the fence.
Yeah. All right. So let's look ahead. How's the rest of the team going defensively? Y'all had a rough first game with the gloves, but only one error in the 2 games played on Saturday.
Yeah, we had a couple of mishaps in that first. Well, we had some mental errors as well in those 3 games this last weekend with a couple physical. But Charlie at third has played really well for us. She kind of been a staple and kind of helping us have some game-changing moments at third, which has been helpful, especially in that Lamar series. So looking good things for her, and really just keeping our pitchers at bay. Aaliyah's done a good job just, trying to adjust pitcher to pitcher and just keeping them in the ball game. So it's been good defensively. We should be all right, especially coming out of home.
Now, Leah, your catcher or your lead catcher, she's got a lot of duties when she's in the ball game. She's got to catch the ball, throw the ball back, and serve as counselor to the pitcher when things get tough.
Oh yes, she's done a good job, especially as a freshman coming in and taking on that role. It's not an easy role, especially when you have 4 pitchers that have all different personalities and different pitches. We got Avery and Tori that haven't thrown very much with what they've going on, but those other 4 this last weekend, she has her work cut out for her.
So how are those conversations? How does Aaliyah, I mean, obviously she knows who they are and has learned by now how to talk to them, but how did you want to be talked to as a pitcher? You probably hated it when the catcher came out.
I don't know if I didn't like it as much as the catcher came out or the coach came out. Seems to be the coach comes out, they're like, I don't really want to see you, but Aaliyah's done a good job kind of figuring out which pitchers need, pat on the back, which of them need to be a little bit more stern when we go in the circle, but she's done a good job in just kind of figuring it out and seeing what we need.
Okay, good enough. You mentioned Charlie Anger. I don't know. Is there anybody else in the conference that's got an arm like she does? She gets the ball back across the diamond in a hurry.
Oh yeah, she does. I don't know if there is. We like her. She's pretty special for us.
All right. Well, good deal. And Tatum will keep catching them. We're in good shape.
Oh yeah.
All right, Coach. So refresh everybody on the games against Northwestern on Friday, doubleheader.
5 and 7. Yep. Play at 5 and 7, and then Saturday we'll play at noon.
All right. Hopefully we'll get some of that weather that we've had the last few days instead of this gray stuff overhead. We don't have any rain in Jefferson yet, but we don't see much sun right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Coach, good luck. We will see you on campus in just a couple of days. Thanks again, folks. And that's going to do it for this edition of Inside Lion Athletics. Never know who's going to join us week to week, but there's always something more to learn. See you at the ball yard.